Okay, folks, welcome back. We are now looking at ratio, shopping and ratio. These questions involve mixed units, involve fractions. They're from the Collins book, page 55. So let's make ourselves a little table. We're going to be looking at question number 2 over here. I'm going to set it out for you. This is how you set it out when you do your homework. So let's get that. Whoa. That wasn't meant to happen, huh? Okay, right. Okay, I was looking for a line. We didn't. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, can you make sure they're setting these questions out properly, because a lot of the students are making a mess of the settings, Mia. It's looking like a dog's dinner, some of the work is. Okay, can we make sure the work looks nice and neat and clear? You don't put things too tight. You make sure that everything is nice and set out properly. Make it nice and big. Okay.
Don't do it over two, do it in one space. So that's where you do the next set of questions on.
Okay. So half a litre, this should be on half the page. Yeah? Make sure you leave lots of space between each bit of the writing. So we have half a litre is, what was it? Have I copied that the right question? No, I haven't. Okay. That 80 should be what? What should the 80 be? 10p. Well, everybody seems to be asleep in the lesson. Nobody has pointed out the mistake. Okay. So, that 80 should really be 10. If you see a spot of mistake, please say straight away.
So half a litre costs 10.
Yeah, half a litre costs 10 plus. Question number 2. This one here, where the hand is. So now we need to work out the cost of from half a litre. We're going to go to a quarter of a litre. And then we're going to work out the cost of 1 and a quarter litre. And then we're going to work out the cost of 4.5 litres. And last but not least, we're going to work out the cost of 6 litres. And where is that question? That question is here. Question number 2. Okay. Okay, we're happy with that so far. So the questions that set out like this here, Layla, going across the page, we set out like this. Now, we need to work out all these particular values having known the half litre value. Okay. I want it nice and clear. Make sure between each bit you got like a line gap here and here and here. Don't write things too close. You need room for your arrows and your jumps and things. That looks good. Can you show me your work? Okay, an example of clear setting out. Yeah? So, right, okay. Half a litre to quarter of a litre. Who knows the connection between half and a quarter? Let's have Mr. Ali. If you know what half a litre is, how do you get from half to a quarter? What do? You times, divide, what do we do? From half to a quarter, what do we do? Sure. Ali. From half to a quarter, what do we do, Ali? Divide by 2. Excellent. Because a quarter of a litre is half of half. So if we divide that side by 2, we have to divide this side by 2. So 10p divided by 2 will give us an answer of 5p. That's the first one then. Now, how do I get to 1.25 litres, Ali? Which one shall I go from? Shall I go from here to there? Or from there to there? Which is the better path? And then we're going to see how we do it. I want to get to 1¼ liters and I know what half a litre is and I know what quarter of a litre is. Which one shall I go from?
1¼
Oh, that's where we got to get to. You can't go from 1¼ to 1. That's where we need to get to.
1½
Okay, we don't have either from here or from here.
liters.
Which one? Half.
Half.
Okay. To go from half to 1¼ you can do it, but that'd be a little bit difficult. Okay. Khadija, which one do you take it from? There's only one left. Not, if you're not going to go from half, which one do you go from? And when I get to 1¼ where do you go from?
Quarter.
Quarter. Right, Rakia. How do we get from 1/4 to 1¼ What do we do to chaos? Surprise me. Come on. Shock me today. Go for it.
Is it?
Go on. I thought it was getting bigger. Why would you be dividing? Is the 1¼ bigger than a quarter? I'm going to ask Layla next. How do I get from 1/4 to 1¼ Layla? What do we do? We times it by? Not 2. 2 will take us to 2 quarters. Now, how many quarters are there in 1 and 1/4? Put your hand up if you know how many quarters in 1 and 1/4 go on. In 1 and 1 and 1/4, how many?
5.
There's 5. Because in 1 whole, how many quarters do we have?
4.
4. And in the 1/4 extra, so we've got 4 quarters and another quarter that gives us 5 quarters. So time by 5. So we time this by 5, we time
That by 5.
this by 5. So 5p times by 5p is really hard.
25p.
25p. Okay. Next question. Khadija, I need to get to 4½ liters. Which one shall I jump from? You can choose any one of the ones above. Choose the easiest one. I want to get to 4½ liters. Emphasis on the half liter. Samia, stop whispering to her the answer, Samia. Yeah?
What?
You want to get to 4½ liters. Which one shall I jump from? Okay.
By 5 1 1/4.
Now which one? This one? This one? Or this one to get to here? I need to get to here. 4½
Half.
from half, correct. Right, now how many halves are there in 4½ Put your hands up. How many halves in 4½? Okay, you're giving the answer last one. Go on.
16.
Oh. No. Put your hand down, you're going to give me the answer. Go on, Layla. 9 is correct. How many halves are there in 1 whole? 2. So how many halves in 4 holes? 8. And the extra half makes 9. So there's 9 halves altogether. So what do I do here? I multiply by
8.
9.
Oh, yeah, 9.
Oops, it should be actually going this way. So the answer is going to be time by
9.
9. I think it's easy just to color it in, right? Okay, time by 9. So we have 90p.
Yes.
Why is it 90p? Because it's 10p time by 9. Okay, I need to get to 6 liters. Somebody give me an idea how to get to 6 liters. Mr. Ali, you wanna give us a surprising one today? I want to get to 6 liters. Which is the best one above to get to 6 liters? Nice and quickly, easily. If you choose 2, I've said 2 of them are good to choose from any of those 2, but one's better. Which one you go for? 1¼ to 6. How would you do that? You could choose that, but how would you do it? What would you go by 1¼ by to give you 6? By? You wouldn't choose 1¼ 1¼ won't go into 6 exactly. No. You wouldn't choose 1¼ Go on.
A half.
Choose a half. Correct. How does half become 6? Okay, without shouting at. Put your hand up. How many halves are there in 6? How many halves are there in 6? How many halves in 6? If you got 6 cakes and you divide into half pieces, how many pieces will you have? You will have, Khadija, 6 cakes, you divide them into half pieces. Allahu Akbar.
No, wait.
12. Well done, Ali. Whoa. Got some heavy students here, man. Some of the students have been eating too much Kit Kat. So 10p times by 12 will give us?
£1.20.
Or 120p.
Yes.
And that's the end of question number 2. Yeah? It's all about your paths that you choose, understanding how many halves and how many quarters are in there. Okay, should we do one more question on this?
Yeah.
Was it that bad?
No.
Okay. Right, let's choose another question. Okay, right. Which one should we do next, folks? So we done the one of the half a litre. Okay. Let's do one of the... Okay. Let's do question number 5. Question number 5, folks. Let's set it up. So 500 milliliters cost how much? 16p. And from
You didn't do that. Great.
oh, great.
So
We could do. We don't have to do that either as well. 2.5 liters. 3 liters. Quarter of a liter. And 1.25 liter. Okay, have we done that?
No.
Now, what do we have in this question that's different? Something I want you to look at. We have here, what's this?
Milliliters.
Okay, and what's this?
Liters.
So we got different of units here. So 500 milliliters, what we could do for 500 milliliters, we could change 500 milliliters. How many liters is 500 milliliters? That is the same as what?
1.5 liter.
500 milliliters can be replaced by half a liter. So now everything is in terms of liters. So now the units are consistent. You have to make sure that the units are the same. If the units are different, we make them the same. So 500 mil has become half a liter. Okay. 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 Half a liter to 2.5 liters. Okay, who's feeling that they know how to do this one? Whoa, come on, change color. I want to go from half a liter to 2.5 liters. What do I do? So what we do on one side, we do as a go on then. Mr. Ali, what do we do? Times it by half time by 4 will give you 2. So you won't times it by 4, you times it by something close to 4, but not 4, by higher a bit. 5. There are 5 halves and 2.5. So what we times this by 5, we times this one by 5. So 16 times by 5. So 10 times by 5 is 50. 6 times by 5 is 30. 50 at 30 is 80. I need to get to 3 liters. Who's going to give me the next one for 3 liters? How do I get to 3 liters? Where do I go from? Fatima.
Half a liter.
Excellent. Half a liter, 3 liters. What do we do? How many half liters are there in 3 liters?
Timed by 6.
Excellent. Well done. So we have 16p times by 6. 10 times by 6 is 60. 6 times by 6 is 36. 60 at 36 is 96p. Okay, next one, Ruqayya. I want to get to quarter of a liter. Which one do I go from? Lovely. So half to a quarter. How do I get from half to a quarter?
Divide by 2.
Divided by 2. Because a quarter is half of a half. So you do 16. 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is?
8.
Excellent. Next. I want to get to 1 1/4. Let's have Layla. No, not you, Fatima. Put your hand down. Somebody else. Layla, I want to get to 1 1/4. Where do I go from? From a half. You can go. Yeah, you can go from a half. You want to go from a half to 1 1/4. That's quarters. If you want to go to 1 1/4, you don't start from a half. What do you start from? A quarter. Because it's in multiples of quarters, isn't it? 1 1/4 is a multiple of 1/4 by a multiple of how many times? 5 times. So we would jump from Khadija, Samia. Right. She's looking at you, you're not looking at, she's not looking over here. So quarter time by 5. 8p time by 5. 8p time by 5 is 40p. And that's the end of that question. That's what it requires. It requires for you to think. If you know this, I can get to there. If I know that, I can get to that one. You choose the best one. Yeah, and change the units to make them the same. Propose that. Question number 6. Have you done number 1, Samia?
No.
That's easy. Okay, hold on a second. Let us. Oh, here we go. There's better questions down here. Okay, lovely. Right. So we've done number 8. Number 8. Number 11.
I like 6 again.
Just number 8, number 11. Forget 6. Okay.
15.
So those 2 questions and 15 is too easy.
17, 15.
No. That's just too easy, guys.
Please.
16.
14. 3 questions for you guys to do. After you go get cracking. I think that'll probably take us. Okay, question number 11. We have to go from 3/4 of a meter. All of these numbers
Just
here.
read it out to me.
Hang on, let me change from this to this. Okay, let's go make it. I think my pen's a little bit too fat. Okay, next one is.
Quarter.
Oh, that feels horrible.
Which pen? Cheers. Then is a meter.
Then it is.
1 meter.
And then it is.
5.5 meters. Then 2 1/4 meter.
This should be fun. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, Mr. Ali, how do we get from 3/4 to 1/4? What do? We divide by 3. Because 3/4, we want to get down to 1/4, we divide it by 3. So we divide this side by 3 as well. So 33 divided by 3 will give us an answer of
11p.
11p. Okay. We want to get to 1 meter. How do we get to 1 meter?
You
Shh. Layla. How do I get to 1 meter? Knowing what I know. You times the quarter meter value by 4 because there are 4 quarters in one hole. So what we do on the left, we do on the right. So 11 times by 4 is 44p. That's done. Now I want to get to 5.5 meters. Now the best way to get to 5.5 meter is from how many meters? From half a meter. Do we have a half meter there? No. So if you don't have half meter there, what do you think we should do? Make one up.
Half a meter on top of that.
Right there, squeeze in there. Now how do we get from 1 meter to half a meter? What do we do? Divide by 2. How do you get from 1 to a half? Divide by 2. If you have 1 cake, you divide it by 2, you get halves. All you do like self-shocked, like we're talking like a different language. So 44 divided by 2 will give you
22.
Now we can go from half a meter to 5.5 meters. Now, how many halves are there in 5.5? First of all, how many halves are there in 1? 2. How many halves are there in 5? 10. How many halves are there in 5.5? 11. So more. Yeah. So if we want to go from a half to 5.5, what do we multiply by? 11. So 22 times by 11 will give us answer of 5.5 meters. So 22, multiply that by 10. First of all, will give you 220. Okay, and then we add another 22 to it.
Yes, I got it right. 242.
So 242. Okay, that's that one. Then the 5.5 meter history is done. Now we need to get to 2.25 meters. How do we get to 2.25 meters? We have to go from a quarter of a meter. Right. How many quarter meters do we have in 1 meter? Go on.
9.
That's the answer to the question. How many quarter meters do we have in 1 meter? How many quarters? 4. 4 quarters in 1 meter. How many quarters do we have in 2 meters? 2 meters we have 8. And in 2.25 we have? 9. We get some mad answers there. Everybody's been eating the mad stuff. Okay, 11 times by 9. So 11 times by 9 is?
99.
99p. Okay, we have finished that question. That question was a bit more kind of crazy, but we managed to get there at the end of the day. Alhamdulillah. Right, that's the end of the exercise for today. And inshallah, we'll see our merry bunch of sophisticated students next week, inshallah, for another session.
Finish.